Hello, good evening everyone. Today we are going to talk on a topic on digital design and computer organization. The lab program 7. Here's the question is design Verlog program to implement types of demultiplexer. Here demultiplexer. Demultiplexer can also be called as demux. It is a device that takes a single input line and routes it to one of the several digital output lines. It consists of two in outputs and has n selection lines which are used to select lines which the output line is sent to the input, and it is a demultiplexer can also be called as a data distributor here. And the demultiplexer we have chosen here 1:4 demultiplexer here, where I is the input, and so S1 and S0 is the selection lines, and which the values of 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1, and we will get the output as y0 as well as y1 y2 and y3, but in the demultiplexer are used in the several count of the inputs and output, and this can be derived the data routine and several system controls, and it can be also called as data distributor. Now we shall see a Verlog program on demultiplexer. Here is the Verlog program for a demultiplexer. Here the module demux of SDY indicates specifies the following block code that whenever there is any classification of S or D signals, and here Y3 input of 1:0 S and input 0 D, and output of 3:0 Y. Here Y:3:0 D initializes all the bits of the Y registers the value to the 0, and always at S or D begin at Y:3:0 in case it uses a switch statement based on the values of S. Here if y3 of 0 is 0 and case S represents a switch statement, here if the value of S is equal to 0, then y of 0 equals D, and if the value of S equals 1, then y of 1 equals the value of D, and if the value of S is 2, then the y of 2 will be equal to D, and if the value of S equals 3, then the value of y3 will be D. And this is the behavioral expansion of the single input D, and all the other outputs data would not be further go to the D. Here if the output if S equals 0 0, then y of 0 will set to the value of D, and the other output will remain at 0. And same as usually, if S equals 0 1, then y of 1 will be set to the value, then y of 1 will set to the value of the D, and the other output remains at the 0. And from the overall this output 3:0 outputs will reflect the value of D by the specific output determines of the selected lines, and the other output will always remains as the same in the demultiplexer program. Here is the program.